Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and yeah, I know you heard this one already, but yeah, let's get to this down because once again Bugislop, yeah, they want to take the hit of all of this fucking corpus. They feel jealous every single stand some corpo out there is destroying their image more than they already have. And Bugislop says, hold my beer, hold my soul milk, hold my cockroach milk. Because I think they're already eating and drinking the box. So, Bugislop CEO addresses stops killing games after overseeing the deaths of the group and ex-Defiant. Support for all games cannot last forever. Ah, yeah, we know, but it's important to you for you to keep this happening. Is it so important to you? This fucking gives you the most CEO. But you know why it's important to us? Even seeing this game being barely functional in an offline mode, it's still and be even if someone decided to even get one of those live services to get such sort of enjoyment, like the only one that I have seen in that state has been Gran Turismo Sport because that was launching as an always online title. But hey, it's fucking Bugislop we are going to talk about again. So, when you buy through this on. No, excuse me, that's not one. Excuse me. The EU Consumer Rights Campaign Stops Killing Games reached its 1 million signature goal earlier this month. This is snowballing out from Bugislop's shutdown of racing game The Crew in 2024. Ubisoft's CEO Yves Guillemot was asked to respond to the movement at a recent shareholders meeting. And while the response was tentative, it wasn't a complete dismissal. So he was lying through his teeth and also saying half truths and half lies. But at the end of the day, it's lies because he's lying by omission. So, oh, look at this one. So, regarding the petitions, we operate in a market, Guillemot said, as noted by Game File Paywall. And wherever we release a game, we provide a lot of support for that game. We also provide a lot of service to make sure that the game is accessible and remains playable 24/7. This fucking piece of shit. So yeah, we are going to be committed to have all of those games be live services. So at any moment we want, we are going to disconnect the server. Yeah, that's what it is. And say, oh, but we are offering you to have this one be open now 24/7, but remains playable. That you claim 24 hours, 7 days a week, but for how many time? They didn't disclose that shit. They are not disclosing that time because it's at the end of the day what they want. Keep that to themselves. So 1 week before, just like what happened with EA games for most of the time, when they delisted most of the Need for Speed titles, when they shut down Army of Two the games, they said, ah, yeah, well, it's the next day. Oh, we're going to shut down. Oh, we delisted the game already. Oh, yeah, fuck you. Just like also with Amten, the other live service from EA is shutting down. So yeah, they are telling that to investors. This investors call is important in a way because the shareholders are listening. That if stop killing games becomes a reality in the European Union, which at this point is the only thing, in my opinion, that is valuable for that place. I already gave my opinions on what I think about the EU. If this one becomes a reality, the investors they are going to walk away from all of this corpus because they say, "Hey, you are offering like the monetization from those gacha games, but you were giving us the extra that they were paying you money upfront to get access to those." So it's not going to be that possible anymore because of this legislator passing by. Well, we are going to walk away, and those fucking corporations they are going to die. They are going to fucking die because you could claim, oh, but they have the US. Even the US is just getting sick and tired of these fucking live services. So yeah, it's no excuse. But yeah, the biggest consumer market, and also we are talking about a French company. Of course, they have they have gotten a lot of subsidies from governments in the past to get investment and well scam taxpayer money for all of those fucking DEI slop that they have been pushing for quite a while, and more slop as a live service like Skull and Bones. But let's continue because yeah, we still have a lot to rant off. So Guillemot says that the company provides quote unquote information regarding the game and how long the game can be played. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a fucking lie. They don't do that. Lying through their teeth. Though he doesn't go into specifics about how those notices work, as depending how the company is flopping. So let's continue. The crew did have a badge on his front box noting online connection required. At the bare minimum, if I go to one of those places like Mercado Libre Colombia, so they have one little uh, attack there. At least you could say this one, but look at this. If I zoom it in, online only, hard drive required. Okay, no, it requires fully consistent internet connection, but it says always online. Then it changes to this. Online connection required. Yeah, look how they changed it, the tags. Okay, they say like, oh, we always advertise that. They did that very poorly on some cases because among retailers that they don't show you the box entirely. They just giving you this one because this is the promotional. This is how they have been doing it. They did it with the crew. So the ones that bought it in one of those online retailers back in the day, you didn't have one of those, you fucking piece of shit lying jackass. No, none at all. But those are used copies. Even look at this one. Barely noticeable here along the tag. Oh, it's along with the red in SRV description. Go fuck yourself, fucking Bugislop. Oh man, and at least this one. Yeah, look at this, also different one because it was a reprinted copy. And this one is in Spanish. Requires internet connection. And also states here, some function, multiplayer function requires to have a PC Station Plus subscription. So yeah, you also were required to buy a subscription if you were on console. So you think make things even worse than they already are. Fucking Bugislop. So yeah, notice in the fine print on the back that Ubisoft may cancel to one or more specific online features upon 30 days prior notice. Why do they keep supporting this corporation? Or even buying it at launch, Jesus Christ. Whenever those sort of notices are legally sufficient will likely be put to face. In the EU at least, after the Stop Killing Games petition passes its final deadline at the end of the month. Yeah, keep signing that one. At least I have to say, yeah, keep encouraging those EU citizens to keep signing it and get more people to sign on in that region. Primarily because yeah, I say I don't care if the government decides to step in and destroy the industry. It deserves to be destroyed. And primarily, I'm sick and tired of seeing all those live service slop. It's just waste. And also, if you considering what I showed to you, this shit is paperweight right now. This one, they claim that we are going to launch an offline mode, and they keep delaying it and delaying and just doing one video every once more than one a year just so they can kind of make that people to shut up because they don't want investors like we are seeing right now in this article asking these questions because yeah they're finally feeling that the customer if they stop consuming because being fucking live service for offline modes or for blatant games that should have been single player in the fucking first place Yeah, they are going to walk away because you are not going to make the revenue that we want from you anymore. So I want that shit to happen. Let's continue on. Additionally, Guillemot cites a 1 euro fee proposed to all buyers of the game. For just 1 euro, they got to buy the next version. Ah, man, you're getting ahead too fast. And then we have, what is this one now? The Crew Motor Fest. Yeah. Look how they also keep pushing. Look, this is the PC Station 5. It requires an internet connection, well, in Spanish. And this one, they keep making it different. Look at how tiny it is. Internet and PlayStation Plus required for online multiplayer. Yeah, fuck this company. They keep doing that shit because, we are telling you. Just you have to read to the tiny, 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 tiny words. Just like when you are reading a contract or any sort of agreement. Because they do this shit every single time. So let's continue. As GamesFile notes, this appears to be in reference to the big sale on the Cruise 2, which ran across digital microprices in 2024, bringing the price down to $1. They did that shit only because, we want to inflate these numbers right now. But only they didn't on Steam. They were desperate because they got called out extremely by it. And also, let's not fool ourselves. The cars that you had in the first crew, now you couldn't pass down through the servers to passing of the data. You have to repeat that all over again, just like one of those FIFA games. So he continued with this one. It's not a whole lot of money to be able to continue playing a game. Guillemot says to whenever he admitted the details of this is an issue with Bugislop's official translation. Buying a sequel at a discount is not the same thing as being allowed to continue accessing to your copy of the original. Yeah, now forget about that one. Buy the next one. Oh, look, he's a discount. Buy it. fucking, fucking retarded, man. Yeah, he's a fucking moron. And he funded Bugislop. He has been there for all over these years. Ah, let's continue. But this kind of fish is not specific to Bugislop. Guillemot continues. All video games publishers are faced with that issue. Not all video games. Even I have to say, people call out Forza Horizon 5 because it had the same bullshit at launch. The physical editions of those games on the Xbox, people call that out that they are unplayable in the version 1.0. They forced you to have always online connection and through patches, which even I have to say, it's not something that I despise. Also, is that they don't have an offline mode at launch back in the day. They have to try to update later, but they can do it, and they did it. They patch out Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5 was an always online game, and because they saw that they run so fucking crappy servers, thanks to Turten, Playground Games, and Microshaft. Those three combined, they say, no, we are going to fuck up this one if this shit keeps happening. So I was aware of the issues at launch because one of the selling points was having that kind of battle pass mode to get access to new cars. That was like what it used to be in Horizon 4. But it was riddled with fucking server issues, and they say no, bring an offline mode that doesn't require to have an internet connection. If the user have the license, fuck that. They don't need to deal with that shit. And they have tons of races to be playable offline, way to get most of the cars. Not all of them, but most of them. And he's fucker saying all video game publishers are faced with the same issue. If they are facing up the same issue because they keep pushing live service slop, go fuck yourself. They also they can get fucked. I hope they get shut down sooner because yeah, we are sick and tired of this. We are there are people out there like myself and many others that still remembers split screen and local network multiplayer, especially local multiplayer with the days of Halo and Call of Duty. You don't want to develop that anymore, and you have older games that prove that you used to provide that shit. I think even with the stop killing games, they also need to put into legislations that stipulates that yeah, the older functionality that can be used actually enjoyed and used by the end user should be kept on and being carried on. No fucking chance to ditch that away. Or even that will also make those fucking corpus to have a more appealing selling point. But still, I wouldn't want those fuckers to even have more of that. Let's continue. You provide a service, but not is written in stone, and some point of the service may be discontinued. Nothing is eternal, but you have games that they made it possible to be eternal by having that offline mode activated because modders already I already said it many times, the crew one already had that. Well, let's continue. And we are doing our best to make sure that things go well for players. Not our flat and lighter and buyers because obviously support for all games cannot last forever. We know they cannot last forever, but it's important to have content to keep being enjoyed. Or like I said, bring back split screen, bring back local network, and we are going to shut up. But they did this to themselves because they pushed this. Also, the gamers that kept buying from them, they did also did this to themselves. Yeah, you don't support this shit anymore. Let's continue. It is, of course, true that game can be supported forever. Well, excuse me, that no game can be supported forever, but forcing companies into perpetual updates isn't what Stop Killing Games is trying to do. And he's lying to that. He's lying to investors because he knows he's scared. He wants to keep lying to them to get more money. So, as the campaign's facts notes, the, the goal is to get publishers to implement an end-of-line plan to modify or patch the game so that it can run on customer systems, even after a server shut down. Need for Speed World is my best example. That one you can still play it, or even online thanks to modders, because that one released on PC. And also put out, made it more enjoyable, taking away all the deduction monetizations, all the paywall is gone. So let's continue. That notion is a little somehow pathetic to Ubisoft since the company has already announced plans to introduce an offline mode for the Crew 2 that doesn't help the original The Crew 2 or dead Ubisoft games like including X Defiant. And even they're bitching anyone. They're this good not bitching. They are gaslighting everyone. They're telling lies that they are doing this offline mode. They said it. They did a video more than a year later, and they keep saying, we are going to make that for sure in the near future. They just keep delaying the inevitable until they say, whoopsie, excuse me, didn't have that. Oh, excuse me, we don't have the resources. We now have to shut this down. Just to end this one. The lifespan of a piece of software whenever they are service component, eventually service may be discontinued because eventually the software may become obsolete over time. Bullshit. The this fucker just get what? What did he say? Software obsolete. Yeah, planning obsolescence. Yeah, you know what his fucker has been telling to us investors all along. Guillemot explains a lot of tools become obsolete 10 or 15 years down the line. They are no longer available. Oh no, I'm not going to read that one anymore. This pisses me off. Even fucking Cobol. The developers are dying, but they still are operating that code. The tools to make that code accessible and being deployed. And if I'm being honest, I don't want to stick my hands to that much. And that one that it's still it's old and it is new options, but well, even telling you that there is also people that wants to stick to that, and they can also be make it functional still. The banks are making it functional, so and a tool is like he wants to compare like a physical tool versus fucking software digital content that can be preserved. The older games, Nintendo NES, PlayStation 1 games, Nintendo 64 games, all of those games can be playable still thanks to emulation. Yeah, all of this article, yeah, it really fucking pisses me off. Well, this is fucking Guillemot telling lies to investors because he knows it's the end if that movement pass finally. I want that legislature to be approved. So that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.